Hey everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to Lift and Sketch with Christy and Rachel. This is the scrap lift we're using this month. It is done by the beautiful Marie, who is a designer for Lottie Loves Paper and a bunch of other things as well. Her designs are just beautiful. And I saw it and automatically thought of this beautiful piece of pattern paper by Pink Paisley. Now, this came in my Scrapbooking and Cards Today kit that I received for being published. And I was so excited to play. And it's not Pink Paisley, it's crepe paper. I'm wrong. Oh, I have to change that in my Instagram. I totally tagged crepe paper or Pink Paisley. Oh, bad me. Whoopsies. Anyways, I love it so much. And so I'm going to play along and do all the ones that are snow themed. So fun in the snow and winter wonderland and let it snow, all of those. I'm going to cut them all out from this paper, saving a little bit of the back side of the pattern paper because it is also beautiful. It's just a plain, like it's a definitely meant as like a background paper, but it's got the pretty softer blue tone to it with a bit of a design. It's really pretty. So I'm going to save a little bit of that so you can see that coming up at the very end with how I use that. And now I'm just going to lay these out just kind of like I see in the scrap lift from Marie. Now I want to do the mixed media. This is a snow layout. It needs to have some snow type colors. So I go ahead and gesso it down. I grab two colors of shimmers. I'm using the Frostbite, which is my favorite. It's that really nice light blue. I love to use it. I use it all the time. And it gives a nice watery look and definitely has a snow theme. And I do a really pretty generous layering of this color because I really want it to pop out underneath the layers that I'm going to place back down. And I know that there are a lot of layers to this layout because I'm using a 4x6 photo, whereas in the original scrap lift it's 4x4. So I have to keep all of that in mind because my layers are going to spread out a little bit more heavily than they would have if I had cut my photo down. So you can see I add even more. I was going to let it be and I'm like, no, it's not enough. I got to do more. So I really love the way that looked. Now I wanted there to be a bit of dimension and like look of layers to it. And so I now take this one. Now this is probably the very first shimmers I ever purchased. And it is, now I can't think what it's called. It is the pretty teal color though that I can't think of. I want to say it's, Blue Me Down. That's not it though. I'm so sorry. It is a very pretty teal color though, and I've had it for a very long time. But placing it on and then using it, the smooshing technique as well, really gave it a bit of dimension and look to it. That's really cool. It really worked well for what I was going for. It's really subtle. You don't see it, but it gives a pop of green so that I could bring in this green color that's in this pattern paper from crepe paper, not Pink Paisley. And I'm going to go ahead and use that and layer it all out. So that is the basis of the layout. It's pretty easy and so much fun to create. Now, the photo is this adorable photo of Jackson. So last winter, so in February, it was kind of like our first official snow of the season. And Jackson was in junior kindergarten at the time. And so it had snowed heavily enough that he had to they had canceled his program. So it was his first official snow day from school. And he thought that was just so cool that he got to miss school because it was snowing. And so he went outside and played. Nora was napping. Barrett was born by this time because it was in February. So I had, a newborn at home. So I couldn't go outside with him. I had to just snap the photo and let him go play. It was pretty cold, so he didn't stay out for very long. But he really had fun and he did the best he could by playing with himself in the snow because, that's not always the funnest way to play. But I caught this really cute photo and the fact that he just loved that it was snowing and he got to have a snow day completely made up for it. So I'm now going to go ahead and grab the ephemera as well and play with this because it has these really cool snowflakes in it. And I grabbed two of them that have a bit of a gold foil but yet crate looking. They're just, I don't know, they're awesome though. I really love this ephemera pack. And so I'm going to grab that and go ahead and use them. And I do it so that there's one right where you see it and one up at the corner right by his head. It gives a nice flow. And so your eye really goes into that photo with those two snowflakes there. So I love that. Also within the kit are these really cool little I'm not really sure. They're like fabric, maybe little snowflakes. I placed those around. I did that before. And then I also have these little gold, I think they're kind of meant to be like enamel dots. I'm not exactly sure, but they're gold and they're sparkly and really, really pretty. And I layered the smaller ones throughout the layout as well. And I just so happy with how this turned out. It was really fun. And the scrap lift is a little outside my comfort zone because it's almost like it's contained right in the middle, and then there's white space on either side, which is not really something I normally do. So I was like, I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to make this work. And the funny thing is, I picked the scrap lift. Like, I chose this one. Rachel picks the sketch this month, and I picked the scrap lift. So in order to make it a little bit more my style and how I would do things, because I don't tend to keep things kind of in the middle like that, I'm going to put my title down the left-hand side like you see there. And then, of course, I'm going to add my notches. So I add one down at the bottom right-hand side, and one kind of at the top left-hand side. They're pretty minimal. I don't make them a big impact. I just wanted there to be a pop of color. I also really want to get in that really pretty B side of that pattern paper in. And so that's how I was able to do that. And then I still felt like it still wasn't quite enough. So my final thing is going to be to flip over the corner in the upper right hand side, add some more of that pretty blue, and back it with, I had 2 sheets of this pretty basil cardstock that has a bit of shimmer to it. So I just backed it with that as well. And that's my layout. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. It was so much fun to play with, and it's been a really crazy week, so it was nice to be able to take some time and just create and make something happy. So please make sure you head on over and check out Rachel's take, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.